go ahead and continue on with the the Blood Edge beta branch run that we were messing around with yesterday. So after resurrecting our guy, I'm gonna go back out and continue on the dungeon here. I kind of pushed him a little too far yesterday, and I was trying to see how far I could take him as far as do I have a decision? No. See how far I could push them with their health, and unfortunately they were a little too low. Well, I'm not going to reroll. So we check all these. One of these will give me an encounter or something like that. Intel check. Yeah, so have him do the intel check. Jesus. Well, he shouldn't get any damage, so. Okay. We're gonna cross the runes today. Oh my god! Can't do anything. Oh. Wow. Not a single good roll this time. Alright. So what do we got here? Defending, you're moving, you're rushing. Alright, so go ahead and draw this now. Alright, and then we will I should have done this opener first. Yeah, I keep on forgetting to do the opener first because you never know what you're going to get for free. Let's see. No primers. No one's going after you. So we'll go ahead and throw a trap on you, and we'll go ahead and just shoot you. And I don't really need to do anything else with him. Alright, magic missiles. See here. Maybe we'll get multi-missile. We did! Good deal. I'll take that. Thank you. So we will burn, and then we're gonna magic missile you. Alright. Sucker. Oh, that's something new. You went up there. Yeah, okay, I see how you're gonna do that, huh? But just for that, you're gonna die. Alright. That's tempting. Okay, well, we'll put it on to somebody. There we go. That'll go to the wizard because it has the max charges on it. So that's good. Initiative. Hey, good morning. Put this one here. Initiative more. That could go to the wizard as well. Extra no charges. Take that one there. Doing good, thank you. So this game is, I don't know if you've ever seen games like Slay the Spire, Darkest Dungeon, but it's one of those dungeon crawl type games that uses cards, if you will, in the course of the battle. Right now this is an early access, and there's only one act of the 4 available right now, so I've been playing it off and on, and basically sending stuff to the developers for like bugs and whatnot, and then what I'm actually playing right now, they're calling it the Blood Edge or Bleeding Edge branch, which is kind of like their beta branch, which is introducing some new stuff. So I'm going through seeing what they're messing around with in that. You know, just to kind of get familiar with it, and it's a fun little game. You know, to mess around with. You know, if you like the card type dungeon crawl games, it's kind of fun. Ooh. But unlike so like in Darkest Dungeon, you know, you can get armor to help increase your guy's strength and damage, stuff like this. In this case, most of the stuff that you get armor wise actually will either help you with stats, or in some case will actually give you a card for you to play, you know, in addition to helping various stats. But there's no actual direct armor. You know, it's not like your traditional armor where it says, okay, you're going to get, like, you know, protection from X amount of damage. It grants minor stats and minor you know, like cold resist, or gives you that little extra hit points, or gives you a card. But it doesn't give you, like, you know, this piece of armor is going to give you 10 protection against damages or anything like that. It's not that type of inventory layout, if you will. You also get weapons, but again, it's the same thing where it gives you minor stat bonuses and possibly cards. But it is a fun game. You know, right now, I mean, you're kind of limited right now. There's a total of six characters that you can play. However, right now the starting lineup is kind of your starting lineup varies, if you will. So when you start the game, you can choose to be any one of the six in your party, and then as you progress through, you'll have an option to get another person in your party from a select list of 3, and then as you go on further, you can unlock the final 2 party members, if you will. Oh yeah. I'm just I can most certainly do that. I'm just trying to figure out here which one of these is going to be most beneficial to my party here. We'll go ahead with this. And so, from just from an equipment perspective, there's 3 levels of equipment, or 4 levels of equipment. You have common equipment, which has like one. So you've got common, magic, rare, and then unique. A common has a gray border and will only have one benefit, if you will. A green is magic and will have 2 items. Then rares will have 3. Magic, all of them have a chance of giving you a card, perhaps. We'll go ahead and take, and then the unique one here, it has the most stats. The other thing they've introduced recently are these sockets where you can tweak the armor, in some, or tweak an item, not necessarily the armor, but weapons also can have that. So I was actually just finishing up this dungeon here and going to return to town because you have challenges in this game in which you actually have a roll of the dice, and unfortunately the roll of the dice for me on the recent challenges obliterated me, and I failed every roll. So I'm just basically gonna get my guys healed up and go back out to the next dungeon, which is this guy here. So you got like, this is like a quest dungeon here. This question mark here, which I will do after I trigger the dungeon, it's going to present me a challenge or some option that could possibly respawn monsters on the battlefield. And I really like, you know, having multiple encounters. So I generally do that after I clear the map area, so that I can fight more. Because the more you fight, the more gold you get, the more experience you get, better chance of drops and whatnot. Excuse me. And then also, like, when I come into a dungeon, just like on the main map, I generally try to clear the skeleton, all these skeletons are encounters, and you'll notice like this skeleton here just is a skeleton head, has no symbols above or below it, and it's just a single skull. So this is just a minor encounter, and they classify it as it's just an encounter. This one here has a little green triangle below the icon. That is indicating that it's there's a benefit to my party, either for the fight, such as an initiative bonus or something like that, or barricades on my side. And then if there was an upside down red triangle above it, it would mean it would the bonus to the enemy side. So like this cell here, the area contains crates, and so what crates are destructible items on the battlefield that I can shoot and destroy over time to get extra loot. So if I destroy this, I get extra loot. If I destroy both, I get theoretically 2 pieces of extra loot. So when you look at the enemies, what's cool on this is part of this game, is telegraphing or understanding what the enemies are going to do. So it's telegraphing all their the moves they're going to do. So like this guy here, he's going to basically rush to the front row, and basically try to hit somebody. This guy here is going to attack my wizard. This guy here is going to attack my warrior. This guy is going to shoot or do an enfeeble, which is an AoE attack, which will... I'm still not 100% sure on the targeting on this or the range, but it's going to hit all 3 of these unless I put up some sort of block. And then you got this Wendigo thing here. The symbols on the end of their health bar, I believe that's just to indicate that he's like the boss or the elite of the map. Then you also have like this here. So normally when you attack, you can give yourself stat bonuses for various things. Normally, if you have, let's say, a stackable bonus such as crit or might, which benefits your attacks, after you attack, it decreases by 1 round or takes it off after the end of the round. So this here is saying that he doesn't lose that. And this here means I can't use a skill to move him. Let's see. And then this guy here, he'll randomly teleport around the battlefield when I hit him. And so pretty much what it is the way I try to do it is I look to see who's being hit by who, to figure out how much of a defense I can do. So like I said, the Wendigo here is going to hit the warrior for 6. That spider's going after the wizard. He's going after the wizard, so the wizard is going to get hit for 5. The enfeeble, if I don't block this, will... Let me see. There's the bat. So the enfeeble will basically cause me to do less damage for so many rounds, and so it's based on this is essentially the card play number. So it's going to apply 2 enfeeble. Okay, actually, so the X in the description is just saying X rounds, so 2 rounds. So for 2 rounds, if I don't block this initial attack, my party will do 30% less damage. So in order to prevent that, I need to have some sort of guard up, because if it can't go through guard, then I won't get enfeebled. It's not actually that hard. Because when you start playing the game, it actually has a nice little tutorial that that gives you a kind of a breakdown of the dynamics of the game, if you will, as far as the terminology and how the attacks work and all that. And then over time, you just figure out different things. So what you have here is this is how many action points you have, similar to Slay of Spires, if you will. And then the number here tells you how much that attack costs. Some attacks such as this will decrease to match how many points you have left. On the cards you also have your targeting area. So this here is essentially first enemy in a row. So the rows are go up and down. So this is row one. Row one is top. Excuse me. Not rows. This is first in lane. The rows go up and down. So this is row one, row one, row two, row three. 4, 5, 6, and the lanes are 1, 2, and 3. So this will attack the first enemy in a lane, meaning I can hit him, this spider here, or this guy down here. Then you've got this type of attack here is a 1 up, 1 down, front to back attack. So from where he's positioned, he can hit anywhere. And then you have some attacks that are like this here. This is a lane only type of spell, meaning it can only be cast in the against an ally or enemy in the lane. And then you have some like this, which is pretty much anywhere on the battlefield, 2 lanes down or 2 lanes up from your position. So I know he's going to attack me. I know this guy is going to hit me for enfeeble. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put up a double guard here, because I'll need to block his stuff here. And actually, since he's not doing any damage, I don't need to technically get any more block on. I just need to have some sort of guard up. He is going to go through my guard, but he attacks next to last. So this here will prevent me from getting enfeebled with him, and I can do this because this is a free card also, and which will reflect damage back. So I'm gonna basically go after the boss here, and 9 points of damage or 13 points. I'll take the 13. All right. And then for the let's see, this is a random shot that's gonna, no idea where this is gonna hit. Okay, it's gonna hit that. Okay, I'll take a free shot and hit the crate. Gonna go put a dodge up for him so he doesn't get enfeebled. Go ahead and continue to shoot the Wendigo guy here, and I'll just throw a trap down just to make that guy more vulnerable. And for this guy, so the bat's gonna go. He's going to become enfeebled, so he does less damage for the next 2 rounds. He's still going to get attacked by this guy here, and I believe. So this guy here, he's going to move to move to front row, deal 2 damage to any frontmost target in the lane. So he's going to rush, but it may actually, he may move up here and hit him. So just in case that's what he's going to do, I'm going to go ahead and give him some guard there. Shock will basically apply vulnerability, not vulnerability, but it will make him more susceptible to damage. So on his my next attacks against him will do more damage, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit him with that to make him bleed. So basically any action he does will cause him to lose 2 hit points, or any AP. So just like I have AP on my cards, or like here and on the cards, so the AP on the cards, when this guy goes, he's planning on doing the bite, which costs 2 AP, so it's going to actually cause him to bleed for 4 points of damage. So then I let them go and do their little fun. And so that's what I thought he was going to do. Right. And then basically just goes round robin. The order of battle, if you will, is determined by the initiative, and the way every player has a set initiative which you can increase through equipment or stats or various things. enemies also have their own. My goal obviously is to get his initiative up higher through the course of the game, so that all three of my characters can go at once, as opposed to having you know, him in the middle. So again, he's doing his enfeeble, so to kind of prevent me from getting hit by that, I'm gonna go ahead and put up a block. This is going to give me 2 free attack cards, and so he's just gonna move in some direction. He's attacking my wizard, he's attacking the wizard, so the wizard's being targeted for 8. He's just basically putting up a critical. So I'm just going to continue. Actually 44, I'm going to actually turn and go after this guy down here and take him down as much as I can, because if we can get him killed, then that's 6 points of damage that he won't take. And then the ranger here, he's got what are called prime shots. So based on distance from him to the enemy, like this guy here is 5 cells, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can hit this guy for extra damage, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can hit him for extra damage with these far shots. These prime shots don't go away if I don't use them. So if I decide to kill him, let's say, and I decide to shoot him, because neither one of them would have triggered the primer shot here, or prime shot, or the primer, if you will, whatever you want to call it, it won't get wasted. And you can also see what cards your guys have before they even play, to kind of plan out what you're going to do. So like this guy here, I see what he has and know that he can kill him easily. And this magic missile is going to basically kill this. I'm going to basically focus it on him, because he's the one that's going to essentially cast enfeeble every round. So I'm going to basically focus. Actually, I'm going to hit him, and I'm going to take this guy out here. So what that's going to allow me to do is I won't have to put a guard up on him, because this one to go here will die. And then I got one more shot left, so I'll go ahead and just do that. That's going to enfeeble, and that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to use my flame grass to kill him. I'm going to hit this guy with magic missiles, and so because I have this card here, what happens is when I cast this, it'll do its base damage, and then it's going to trigger 2 more times against the same enemy, and so that's essentially going to obliterate this guy here. And then I've got this, I'll just throw that on to him. So he's just shifting. Now he may, because his shift is for free, so he may shift down, and one thing they're working on right now is having enemies be able to perform multiple actions. As it stands right now, most of the enemies, you know, will only perform one action, even if they have the available AP and cards to do more. So I think he will actually do a move and then an attack. So we'll find out here in a minute. Okay, so he didn't, he just moved, but he couldn't, it said it was blocked, so I think what he was trying to do is he was going to try to do a rush on him, but these crates are immovable, and so because of that, I think he was going to try to do a rush attack on him, but that would force the Wendigo to move up and to this slot here, and he couldn't do that. So what I want to do now, let me see, what do I got for the wizard? That's not the wizard. So we are going to destroy this crate here with the wizard, because the wizard's, let me see here. Or we could destroy it with that guy there. But we're going to destroy these 2 crates, just so I can get some extra loot. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this guy here. That gives me a free because it's an opener card. What an opener does is it will reduce the cost of one of the cards in your hand to nothing, or by one. Since most of my cards in the hand are one, they become free. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, so I get 2 more attack cards. Oh, excuse me, 3 more attack cards. That's right, because it's a mastered card. You have 2 types of cards. You have your normal cards, and then you have a mastered version, which will either do more damage or, you know, it's basically a improved version. And you know, sometimes they'll do more damage, sometimes they'll cost less, sometimes they'll bring out more cards. Like this guy here, this is a mastered version of the card, so I get 3 free attack cards in my hand versus 2. So right now I've got a total of 4 free attacks plus this. So I'm going to go ahead and basically just kill him, and I'm going to kill this guy here. I can't move because I have no AP, so these 2 attack cards unfortunately are just going to sit there and go into my discard pile. He's got magic missile. Let me just double check here. So that's 9 and 6, so that's 15 points of damage there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 3-cell primer. So what I'm gonna do here, I could almost kill him, but I want to get this crate here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to shoot the crate with the rebounding hit first, because that will actually hit both of these guys. Actually, I'll hit this guy here with the rebounding hit. It'll actually, I can't, I've got to move. That's okay, I'll move. I'll hit this guy with the rebounding hit, so that makes him more vulnerable. But next round he'll take 4 extra points of damage, and then I'll go ahead and shoot this crate here. And then the wizard, when he goes, for lucky, this is going to give me 2 cards. My draw pile is empty, so it's going to essentially draw a card from, you know, shuffle and draw 2 cards from here to show me. If I'm lucky, I can get the multi-missile, or magic missile for that matter. Multi-missile is even better. So what I can do now is magic missile him and kill him. But now you also can level up. Leveling up allows you to learn a new or obtain a new card, master a card, get a how would you describe it? Stat point. So there's 3 primary stats in this game: strength, dexterity, and intelligence. So these are the rewards I get. I have there's no random choice, so I get all of these. So I just take them all. So so he leveled up. The way the cards work and the stats, so like I said, you have strength, dexterity, and intelligence. And you notice the colors for each. So red cards are strength based, green are dex based, and then blue are intelligence based. And so as of right now, the stat bonuses, so the numbers you see here in parentheses, only affect an attack for that card. So like the far shot here, for example, deals 11 points of damage. And what it is it's a base of 6 plus my 5 points of damage here. So as I increase my dexterity and get more bonuses, this damage here will go up. So for my ranger here, I'm focusing on dexterity, since 90% of his attacks are dex based. The wizard, obviously most of his stuff is intel based, so I'm focusing primarily on that. The warrior, on the other hand, he's a little bit different. He uses a mixture of strength and dexterity. Most of his attacks are strength based, but there are some dexterity based attacks that he can use. This here isn't an attack card, so the stat bonus doesn't do anything for him. So when you level up, pretty much you're presented with this grid, and you can basically travel to different points. So you start at the center, you know, initially start at the center, and you can work your way to different positions on the grid here. So like this here, when I went to it, I increased the stat. Here I was able to choose a card from, each player or each character has 3 branches of learning, if you will, or branches of skills. So sharpshooter, trapper, and sentry are this guy's branches. I'm mainly focusing on the sharpshooter with the ranger because I haven't really seen a benefit to the sentry, so I haven't used it. Sentry is basically essentially throwing a gun or a cannon out on the battlefield to do damage on its own, but I've never seen a card used to call the sentry out. And so unless you really focus on the sentry, you know, from the start, full blown, I'm not sure how effective it is. The trapper, it's okay, but again, that takes a unique build for that. So, and that's the beauty of this game, is it is very versatile in how you can build your character and build your deck. So I'm going to focus on the sharpshooter just because that's what I like and I'm comfortable with. So when I unlock it, I hit draw, it's going to give me a number of cards that I can pick from. And I can choose one of these cards, put it in my deck, and boom, we're good. So this here, and these cards are from the sharpshooter branch, if you will. So triple shot is the one I'm going to choose just because it hits the target 3 times. This here has a benefit of the fragile, but the problem with this is it's a lane attack only. So if the enemy is in a different lane, you have to move in order to hit it. This here is a prime shot, which whenever I would fire one of these far shots, because these far shots are what use these primers, if you will, it would apply to burning. And so what burning is it, as you see just to the right there, the card, it will set cards in the enemy's hands on fire. Now, it's not all cards, it's I believe it's 2 random cards. So if an enemy only has 2 cards, okay, they all get set on fire. But if an enemy has, let's say, 4 or 5 cards, it only sets 2 of them on fire, and the 2 that are set on fire may not be the ones that it's going to use. So burning sometimes may not work as intended. And then this guy here is, again, it's a lane attack. Does a decent amount of damage, and does more damage if there's nothing between you and the enemy. But I'm gonna go with triple shot because it's going to do, this is base damage now, so it's going to do 7 base damage plus my 5 bonus. So that's gonna be 12 damage 3 times, and then I can get this mastered down the road. So I can see the mastered version of this adds an extra 2 points of damage. So once I get this mastered, it will do 9 plus my 5, so that's 14. So 14, 28, 42, right? Yeah, so it'll do 42 points of damage. So it's a good strong card. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that card there. Now, from an AP to damage perspective, triple shot isn't necessarily the best because there's also a double shot that only costs 1 AP. But triple shot is nice in that it is 3 independent hits. And the reason why that's kind of important at times is there are some monsters that you will face that will have what's called an avert buff. And basically what that is the very first attack that they receive will be nullified. So on a skill like triple attack or triple shot, it will hit him once, drop the avert, and then 2 more shots can actually do damage to the monster or enemy. So I did pick up some gear there, and there were 2 things actually that I wanted to equip. So this here is going to go to my wizard here. It's going to really bump him up initiative wise, because that said it's a +9 to initiative essentially, and +1 to max charges. So what charges are, the wizard, and there's also a cleric-ish type, or cleric / paladin type character you can use. They can build charges up, and charges will reduce the cost of some cards. Like Ice Nova here, as an example, is a channeled spell. So the more channeling I have, the cheaper this card costs. So right now I can have a maximum of 4 channels. So if I actually have 4 channels, this will cast for free and reduce my channeling pool by 1. And let's see, there's also another item in here that had channeling on it right there. Go ahead and give this. I'm going to go ahead and take that and swap that out. So that initiative ring. So now he can have up to 5 channel, or he can have a channeling pool of 5. Let me see. I'm just. So this increases my max hit points once per battle. Gain 23 guard if a hit takes you below 30%. So this here is good because I mean, right now I have nothing on. So this here is definitely won't hurt to have that on as a safety buffer for that guard. Let's see what else we got. No gloves, boots. Weapon wise, I'm keeping this weapon right now because this weapon gives me the Swift Strike card, but that Swift Strike card also will do 2 burn, or apply 2 burn when it damages. And that's the thing is, stuff like burning, bleeding, enfeebling, stuff like that will only apply the negative effects if you completely break the guard of the target. The other options I have, gives me a +2 damage. So this here has a base of 12 plus my strength bonus, which would be +2, so that would do 14 damage plus an extra 2, so that would technically do 16 damage, and it would give me an extra dexterity, plus it does bleed, so that's not bad. And I believe, let me check something out here. I believe this character, so I can actually have 2 weapons for this character. So this is the talent tree. You can learn talents over the course of the game. You can master talents over the course of a game. And so I haven't really messed around with this part yet. In the normal early access game, this is not like you don't have this talent scheme. So this is something new that they're trying out. So I can get rid of this, lose 3 guard and the thorns, and bring this in for another attack, extra dexterity. So that's a consideration there. So, and this is like I was saying before. So this is just a common. It's only got 1 bonus, if you will. Magic's got 2 items. Rare, you've got your 3, and then this here is your unique or legendary. It's got 4. So I'm gonna take this guard and thorns out, even though I mean it's beneficial, but having this extra attack, I'll go ahead and swap that out. Let's see. Rings, he's at 17 initiative, 14. I'll give the initiative ring to the ranger. All right, so the ranger, I can go ahead and give this to him. And there are limitations on what they can wear and stuff like that. So like the ranger, he can't use any of these. He can use a sword if I want, but he can't use the flail or the wand. Same thing with armor. Certain armor can't be worn by certain classes. But I'm gonna go ahead and give him this. Not necessarily for the card that it's giving, which is the gain 3 armor, but every fourth turn, I'll get an extra card drawn. So I'll go ahead and just give that to him for now. This quiver here does poison versus extra damage. Poison right now isn't all that strong. So this here will apply 2 poison to a target. So what happens is when you hit the target with poison arrow or poison in general, and let's say it's a 2 poison, so that round they'll take 2 points of damage, and then it will decrease by 1. Next round they'll take 1 point of damage, then it'll fall off. So it's not really the best right now. Poison to me seems a little underwhelming. I mean, now if you can stack a lot of poison over and over and over again, poison is good. I've definitely found out that poison can be harmful on my side of the battlefield. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him that, give him a little bit more initiative. All right, so we're going to go and find these tools. Okay, so this is we'll call it a challenge. And what happens is, here it's going to be a perception check. So it's going to say, it gives me the chances of success. And how it works is, you have your 3 characters to choose from, and this is where the roll of the dice comes in. So he needs technically a 4 to succeed because he gets a +4. He needs a 7, and he needs an 8. I can also pick a card out of their hand to increase or improve the chances. If I choose a card, the card will be dead until I return to town and hit an inn. Generally I don't use these because I'll eat the failure. You also have fate up here if you want to re-roll a failure. I haven't. I just roll with it. Let's see if the roll of the dice. So here I finally succeeded. So basically gave me an additional item that I picked up. So he got 160 experience for that, and he was able to get, instead of 1 piece of loot, he got 2 pieces of loot. So let's go ahead and take those, and then I'm gonna go ahead and equip them. So one was a strength necklace. I don't know if I want to change out the initiative for the strength necklace. This here is beneficial oops, sorry, mouse moved. This guy here is a beneficial card in general. So you can choose your formation where your players will start. So my wizard and ranger will start in the middle row, or so if it's a 3 rows going from left to right, they'll start in the second row. If it's 4 rows going from left to right, they'll start in the third row, because the first row or fourth row would be the front line, if you will. So because the wizard and him will be in the same row, because the formation here is set to middle row, and actually I take it back, it's only 3. 3 is all of them, I think. No, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember here. Yeah, so there's only ever 3 rows on either side, but you can have anywhere from 2, 3, or 4 lanes deep, if I recall correctly. I don't believe ever seeing a 4x4, but because the wizard and the ranger will be in the same row, if I put this on the ranger, what's going to happen is, or I could technically put that on the wizard. Okay, let me actually apply that. No, I can't put it on the wizard because he has something else. So what happens is, when the wizard attacks, and if this card is in the ranger's hand, then whatever target the wizard attacks, the ranger will also follow up and do an attack of 6 on. And I don't believe that is... Oh no, and it is modifiable by intelligence. So this is kind of bad in the sense that your stat bonuses down here at the bottom work both ways. So this is a blue card, which means it's intel based. So this attack of opportunity, and unfortunately you don't see the bonuses here. I'll go to skills here though. He's actually going to do, and you don't see, you can maybe barely see the negative there, but instead of doing 6 points of damage, he's actually only going to do 5, because this -1 actually takes away from the attack. But you know what, it's still a free attack, so I'm okay with that. Doing the plus strength on this as opposed to the initiative, I don't want to, I'd rather have my initiative be higher, so I'm gonna leave this one alone, because there's other ways and other equipment I can use to get strength, or if I get another initiative thing, so I could actually, because I don't want to take that away either, because their initiative is low enough as it is. So this, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this guy here now. This should be just a normal fight, no special monsters or anything like that. So again, I'll just do a quick check. So warrior for 3, ranger for 5. He's not doing anything. So the ranger is going to be targeted for 8, and the warrior for 3. So now the wizard is going first because of the initiative. I'm gonna use this here first because it gives me, it's a free card or free use. And so since the wizard's not being attacked, I'm not going to worry about guard. I'll take the damage card. So what I'm going to do here, I've got 2 attacks, and then I'm going to use this mana charge here, which will basically build my charges up to 3. So I can use a channeled spell, or excuse me, it'll bring my channeling pool up to 3. Like, I keep on wanting to say charges. So that he can use that for later on spells. I'm going to focus on the brute, just for simple fact that he's got the highest health pool, and right now he's going to do the most damage. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this, and so you'll see this channeling appeared here. That channeling will reduce the cost of Ice Nova, and that's actually it. It'll reduce this you know, by 1 point, so that Ice Nova will cost 1 point right now. If I get more channeling, it can actually be free. The warrior here, looking here, so I don't have my opener. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put up a guard on him so he doesn't take any damage from him. So the way vulnerable works is, so I prefer to use vulnerable first, because if you use an attack that has vulnerable last, and it's the end of the round, then that vulnerable damage kind of just sits there. So this will technically do 13 points of damage, 6 initially, and then an extra 7 on the next attack that hits him. So if I plan on doing a back-to-back attack, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with that. So this here, which does 10, will actually kill him because it's technically going to do 17 points of damage, as you see there. So that takes him out of the equation. So now the ranger only has to worry about getting hit by 3 there. And the ranger doesn't have any, oh no, he's got, so armor, so you have guard, which actually gives you damage reduction, or, you know, and then you have armor, which is another variation. So this here will prevent me from taking damage, but if someone was trying to hit you with a bleed or poison or something like that, it wouldn't prevent that damage, and this will reduce by itself by 1 every round. So I'm going to do that. So he technically won't take damage from this for this round. I'll go ahead and do these primer shots. So let's see, that's primed for 5, so 1, 2, 3. So the prime shot isn't going to do anything for me. So I'm basically going to go ahead and focus on this guy here, because these 2 characters can't hit him because he's out of range with respect to the lane that he's in. Unfortunately didn't kill him, but let them do their thing. Excuse me. So none of my guys took any damage. Now that's interesting. I don't know. Okay, so I guess that's the indication. Okay, so this T here appeared, attack of opportunity. So he drew the attack of opportunity card. So whenever anyone in the row, and you know, obviously it's only him, but there are some maps that you'll have ally NPCs. But when an ally in the row, meaning the wizard here, does his attack, he's going to follow up and do an attack as well. And so he's going after the wizard. He's going to try to move this guy. Where he's going to move him to, you don't know. And then this guy here is going to basically attack him. The order of attack, so the guy who's doing the move is going to go last. So I'm not too worried about his move. The vulnerability, not all that concerned with. So I'm going to focus on this guy here. Let me see here. He's got some attacks, so this guy here will die. This guy here, like I said, the vulnerability I'm not worried about. The ranger, he can kill him. So we're going to essentially, let's see, that's 6, 12, 21, or so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a shock on him, which will actually make this do more damage, slightly. He did his attack. This here will kill him. And I don't need to put up a barrier. This is also a channeled spell. So right now, this is a free card to use. However, if I do use it, it will reduce my channeling count by 1. And I really don't need to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and end his turn. Give him the free attack. And that will break his guard, and then we'll just go ahead and kill him since he's the only one I can reach. And no need to guard with him. And then for this guy, we'll just flat out kill him. And so you got some of these that have a +2, you know, intel-based challenges, dex-based challenges, strength-based challenges. And so the bonus only applies to the challenge itself. So if I put this on my wizard, as an example, I've got room to put it on there, but it won't actually affect his intelligence here. But it would, if we did run into another intel-based challenge, instead of having a +4 bonus, he would actually get +5. All right, so that is it for the base map. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit this here. So the event, you know, depending on what I do, you know, this is what my choices are. Generally, I like to do this because what this is going to do is it's going to re-trigger, in this case, 2 nodes to respawn with enemies, or one because of the reward modifier. This may trigger a second node, but I prefer to do the fighting. So respawn this node here, and the reason being is because there's no challenge. It won't respawn a challenge. It'll just respawn an encounter, and so I get more experience for this, but the enemies have higher initiative. So depending on what the enemies are. So this bat here again, the damn bat. But this bat's not doing enfeeble, so that's good. However, this bat, he's doing a blood drain. Not the biggest concern. Okay. Alright, so I got multi-missile, that's good. Let's see here. So he's going after the ranger. He's going after the ranger. Warrior. So the ranger is, getting targeted for 8, 11. So the ranger is the target here. These here are the front lane attacks. Mana charge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply vulnerability to this guy here. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a flame on him. And I'm going to go ahead and do this mana charge, just get some channeling up. Bat's going to do his little thing and get his crit. Alright, so he's going to die, so I'm not going to worry about the guard. Instead, what I'm going to do is give me my attack cards. Oh, and the reason, okay, so the warrior, he's got something that will master an item in his hand. I'm actually scratching my head on that. I was pretty sure. Oh no, there. Oh no, I have 2 of those cards. That's right. Okay, sorry, I forgot. I actually have 2 of these offensive prep cards. One's a normal version, which gives me 2. Then I have the master version. That's 3. All right. Sometimes I lose track of that. So we're gonna go ahead and kill this guy here. So that will kill him out. So warrior's not gonna take any damage. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Now, if I attack him, he's going to move. He may move here, or he'll move into one of these unoccupied squares. Depending on where he moves, he may change his attack. Because this attack is the 3x3 square grid, if you will, he can attack one lane up, one lane down, front to back. So his attack shouldn't change, but his target may. So, but we're gonna go ahead and apply a bleed to him just because, and it's a decent damaging attack. So he's now moved down here. His target didn't change, neither did his attack. So now I've got, gonna use this here on him, and then we'll go ahead and kill him. So the ranger now only has to worry about. He still has to worry about 8 points of damage. Now I can move the ranger back here if I wanted to, and as a result, these 3 here would not be able to do anything because the standard attack is either 1 lane up or 1 lane down for your basic attacks, unless it's a lane only attack. So moving the ranger, considering he really doesn't have much here, so I'll go ahead and do the priming. That's a free thing. I'm gonna go ahead and actually use this on here. That wasn't necessarily the best option, because well, he changed his target now. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a tumble back here. Get rid of that guard, and I've got a trap card, so I'll go ahead and throw the trap card on this guy there. Let's see what happens here. So this guy here retargeted the ranger. And I guess it didn't dawn on me. Bats apparently are not affected by traps, which kind of makes sense because they're not on the ground. So the vulnerability didn't actually get applied to them, and it didn't root them. Alright, so I've got enough to do a decent amount of damage here. So what I'm going to do, that's a triple missile attack, because I've got multi-missile. I've got this Ice Nova, and then Magic Sword. So I should be able to take out a couple of these guys. Magic Missile, it should do 9, 12, 15. There's still a little quirk in it. It's going to do 9, 15, 15, I think. I'm going to go ahead and Magic Missile, but he's also vulnerable, so he's going to take extra damage. So this should show 22, 15, 15. Oh no, it did 22, 18, 21. Okay. I'm okay with that. With this guy here, I'm gonna hit him with this and kill him because he had vulnerable. Ice Nova. Go ahead and kill the guy that's attacking us. So the wizard just obliterated half the battlefield, or over half the battlefield. So we're going to move him down. So that's going to cost 1 point to do. Pop this. And I keep on doing it, but because this Keen Strike is an opener and reduces the card, I should normally play that first. That's okay though. It's going to kill this guy. So we're good. So my warrior and wizard leveled up. Yeah. And let's see what other extra stuff we got here. Hidden Blade. This is better for there's a rogue class. So this is normally better on the rogue class because they are high crit based, if you will. They rely on crit for most of their damage. We get, don't really want to change the shield. That gives me bonuses to challenges. I could use this on my warrior. It's a damaging card, so it wouldn't hurt, for the time being. So go ahead and take that one. Here, oh, that's a new one. Gain 3 crit when you use an opener. Okay, well, so this here is purely for the warrior, because the warrior's, as of right now, or technically he's a spell sword, but he's the only one that uses an opener. So I'm gonna get this, because there's just normal arrow, and those are just for challenges. So go ahead and take that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this gear to him real quick. And also, so this here is nice. So the 3 crit when I use an opener. I only have 1 opener right now, but getting that crit is nice. If I throw guard up, get crit again, nice. And the immunity to poison. I've had problems with poison in the past. Then I think the repair gloves. I was gonna give him as well. Possibly. So accurate, basically, instead of basically reduces the effectiveness of an enemy's guard. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that to him as well. I don't think there were any other good items. No. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and level him up. So he's unlocked another grid, and I can place the grid wherever I want. And so my focus is to get to this here. So you've got 3 tiers of skills. You've got these brown bordered cards. Those are your tier 1. You've got these white/grayish cards. That's tier 2. And then these gold cards are tier 3. So my goal is to get to this tier 3. And so what I can do is I can kind of look at the grids that I have, see which paths I've taken to figure out, okay, how can I get to this? Well, the easiest way is if I put this grid right here, because I already have a connection from here that'll go over. So I'm going to do that, and then I can come over here and just grab this card, and there's only 4 tier 3 cards, so this here is nice. So what happens is, especially having the free slashes. So this is a finisher card. Finisher cards you essentially want to play last with respects to AP. However, in this case, well, I mean, finishers will basically eat up the rest of your AP. But if I play, for example, this card here, or let's say I have 2 of these cards in my hand, and I play both of them, that gives me 3, total 5 free attack cards. So if I do those, for 5 attacks. This here will turn into deals 4 damage, do 1 more hit for every attack. So basically, base 4 damage plus 5. So this will do like 20 some points of damage, because every one of these extra hits will do 4 points of damage, and so it can really get up there. Devastate. Now, so what's funny here is it says deal 12 damage plus 3 for every finisher played. Typically, you can only play 1 finisher in battle, because a finisher is going to eat up all your AP. However, you may have a card that you can play to give you more AP, but that's a tough build, I think, to get to. This one here gives you the avert, so basically the first attack is blocked completely. But I'm gonna go ahead for the Blade Fury. The Blade Fury is also nice when you get it mastered, because obviously the damage goes up. Now this here is not a modifiable card, so that damage is static, even though it's a green card. Because you'll notice, like when I press when I show the base and bonus damage, you notice that it doesn't change. So that's the one downfall, is it's not a bonus card type deal. So if I look at it here, it's just flat 4 damage. Not a big deal, because if you play your cards right, you can actually get a lot of damage out of that. All right, for the wizard here, okay, I'm going for conjure. So that is in kind of a spot I really don't necessarily like. So I can go this route here. And so this here, basically, I can select which school I want to draw from and learn from that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put this grid right here. I can. So what that will allow me to do is I can come down this path down to that. I will go ahead and accept that, and I'm going to go ahead and learn a skill from conjure. My goal is, if I can, is to get magic missile. Didn't get magic missile, but I did get this. This is nice, because this gives me 2 free attack cards. So I've got the magic sword as an example in my hand already. This here will give me 2 of these at no cost, similar to the warrior's free attack option. This here allows me to draw a card and then carry 2 cards over to the next round. It's okay from time to time. Remove 2 debuffs, gain 1 channel for every debuff. So I'm going to go ahead with this. The mastered version of this, I believe, gives me 3. Oh no, wait. I had 2. Okay, so it's talking about adds one of the 2 magic swords will be mastered. So a mastered magic sword will do 10 damage, so it'll do extra damage. But still fine for me. So go ahead and learn that skill. At least, okay. Now you know what? I'm actually thinking about it. I don't think this here says it just adds to the hand, but technically it doesn't say it's going to be free. Because if you look at the warrior, like on this, it says that the cards I draw will be free. So yeah, but it gives me an attack option if there's nothing there. Right, so now we're done with this dungeon, and we'll go ahead and trigger this question mark, see what it does for us, because we're okay in health. I could take him down or continue observing. Let's go with the observing. Let's fight him. Oh, you know what? Our enemy levels are 1. Bigger risk, bigger reward. Screw it, let's go for it. Where is it at? Right here? Okay. That's 5. Let's see how this turns out. Alright, so ranger, crit. Okay. So let's go ahead and focus on the big guy here. So he's got crit. He also will move around the battlefield. That can become a pain, but that does kind of suck because now he's behind that. But that also they changed his target, which it did. It changed his target from the ranger to the warrior. So now the warrior is getting hit for 12, the ranger for 4. I'll go ahead and do this to build some channeling. For the warrior, well, so what we'll do here is we will do this, and then we'll double parry, and then go ahead and beat the crap out of this guy here. And then if I hit him, there's a chance that he'll bounce up a lane. I'm gonna leave him alone. So we will attack you instead. Go ahead and prime. That's a prime for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it doesn't do any good. I'm gonna use the rebounding hit up here because I don't want to risk having him move. So I'll go ahead and do this up here, which will hit these two, or it'll hit these two diagonally. Okay, so hit those 2 in a row there. I'm gonna go ahead and it's not gonna matter because I can't kill either one of them outright. So we'll just continue to damage you, and then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do it. Now, see, if I tumble and draw a card, I won't be able to use the card, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. So he'll take 4 points of damage, but yeah, so be it. All right. Let's see here. Okay, right, we're good. Alright, so now this round, wizard for 6, ranger for 8. He's moving, and ranger for 6. We're gonna kill this guy here, if at all possible. So do that. Let's just kill him outright. Okay, good. And then we'll go ahead and do. Go ahead and just. I can't do enough. All right, so that's good. But not much more he can do. So for the warrior here, he really doesn't have too much of an option. So good news is that gives me. Well, it didn't really do what I needed, but it's for free, so I can move up here now. We're not going to do draw a card because that would be a waste. We'll go ahead and kill him, and just because he's not going to change his attack, so leave it alone. And then triple shot, kill him. All right, perfect. Oh, just shy of what he needs. All right, we got that's better for the cleric, I think. All right, so we're gonna go back to town now, and we are going to visit the inn and heal up some. Okay, good. Let's take a look at my gear real quick to see what I want to sell, if anything. So no helmets, no body, no gloves, no boots. Weapon wise, okay, so I can mark this as junk, so I'm going to do that. I'm not going to use the ice shards. Because I think my wizard has got magic missiles, yeah, so like that is junk. That's kind of good. I do like how they've added this mark as junk option. I'm hoping that I can basically just now say sell all junk. Alright, necklace. You know what? Get rid of it. Actually, yeah, because everyone has a necklace, so go ahead and get rid of it. The rings don't have any, belts don't have any. Alright, so we're good there. Yeah, what resources do I have? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead, oops, and wait, what was on the main map there? Okay, I thought I saw something, never mind. I'm seeing things. Alright, so let's go ahead and complete these quests real quick. Just knock them out. And Tome of Skill. Alright. Okay. I'm just speeding through the text here because I've played this multiple times already. I'm gonna go hit this cell, and is there not an option to sell all junk? You give me the option to market as junk, but there's not an option to sell junk. So I'm not really oh wait, here we go, junk. Okay, so I can just go to the junk pile, and there we go. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I got it now. I got it now. Let's see, anything good here? The same thing I have for him already, I believe. Right there, but that one's better. Alright, so nothing really here that I want. Let's go to the jeweler here. So you don't have any runes to sell other than this. No, actually, rare crafting region used to disenchant item. I don't want to disenchant anything. Randomize the number of sockets on an item. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is new. So I can actually add sockets to an item. Randomize the color. Roll one. Roll. Okay. Interesting. Cannot roll more than the number of sockets stated. Interesting. Okay. So what does that mean? So let's just see, for sake of argument, let's say I grab this. Max sockets 1. Okay, right there. Okay, gotcha. All right. So I just want to see about that. Make sure you still have it on you, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. And for you, what do you got here? Attached card is converted to strength. Grants 1 might on use. Attached skills are mastered. Now that there could be a benefit to someone. Let me see here. But it's got to be a red socket, so no red sockets on you. What about you? Do you have any red sockets? So I could master that, which I think just increases the damage of that. And what about you? That mastering that really isn't worth it. But what is magic missile? Let me see here. What is a mastered version of magic missile? One extra point. That's okay. So now we're good on all our health. Was there anything else here that the wizard could possibly use? Perception? No, don't want that. Don't want that. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do his quest. Go ahead and knock his out first, and then pretty much just go around the map clearing mobs. Let me check something here. All right, so another 40 minutes. Alright. So, setting a timer here so I don't lose track of time. So we're gonna go ahead over and take out his quest. Alright. So who's doing what here? 2 random cells, so if I move him over, he'll avoid that damage. But if I do that, who are you? You're that guy there. Yeah, so he may do, okay, so he has no other attacks this round. So if I move the warrior, I'll avoid that damage. He's going after the rogue. He's an NPC, so I don't care about the NPC. He's getting hit for 3, so right now we've got 6. 6 to the warrior and 4 to the wizard. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I don't have a guard. I've got that guard there, but go ahead and grab this guard. So so go ahead and put the guard up. Go ahead and magic missile. That's gonna move you, so let's move you around. And then we're gonna put you, actually, who, so let me see here. Who's got what? You've got 2 cards and you've got 3. I'm gonna hit this guy with Flaming Grasp, because I know for a fact both of his cards will burn, as opposed to this one here, in that there was a 30% chance that I may not get the zap card burned. Alright, so we've got our opener. So this opener, excuse me, because of this here, when I use my opener, I'll get 3 crit. So we're gonna use the opener on him. Oh, so then the crit actually, oh yeah, so there's my crit. Show force, okay, go ahead and give me some might, that's free. Go ahead and kick that off. Go ahead and give me a guard. And then let's go ahead and just slash him again. Just basically hurt him as much as we can. And then for my ranger here, it's a 5-cell primer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and. Oh, so close. Well, we can take him out. Well, I've got dodge, so go ahead and put dodge up. Go ahead and hit him. So we're gonna try to take him out. He's so close to death, and then we'll go throw a trap on you. Alright. So none of my guys will take any damage. I'm not worried about the rogue. Oh, he did take damage, you bastard. You bastard. Okay, so I took a couple points damage. Alright. So we're gonna do this mana charge. That's gonna reduce the cost of Ice Nova. So do this. So I can do Ice Nova. So we're gonna do Ice Nova on you, kill you, Flaming Grasp on you, kill you. Good wizard. Alright. Warrior's in a bad spot because he can't hit anyone down here without moving. So he's gonna, unfortunately, he has to move. And let's see. No one's attacking him, so good thing is we don't need to use guard. He's got guard up. Let's break his guard and go ahead and hurt him some more. Alright, now for you, triple shot. I think we'll triple shot this guy here. 1, 2, 3, So we'll go ahead and prime it up. I can do this on on this guy here, which may or may not hit him, because the triple shot is going to do 36 points of damage, whereas this could cause, if I'm lucky, actually do this. Now we triple shot him. He's dead. Okay. Let the rogue do his thing. Neither one of them are attacking, so I'm not too worried about them. Alright, so the wizard, he's in a bad spot, so he needs a move. Not that big of a deal. So we're gonna move. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do magic missile to kill him. And then we're gonna do magic sword on you. So that wizard is actually pretty. First time I used the wizard, that was iffy. He's actually got some stuff to him. I have not used arc lightning before, and I'm not going to this run either. But I'll take it and trash it. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's level him up first. So do I want to master triple shot? I could do that, do extra damage, or I can try to get another skill from that. I'm gonna go for the skill right now. And I'll save this mastery option. Now what's this? This is bonus talent point, yeah. So I'll take the skill. I have not used the bonus talent points. Maybe I should mess around with that as well. We want the sharpshooter, please. Shift 1, draw a card, gain 7 crit. Deal 19 damage, apply 1 push to all units. That could be interesting. That's an expensive one though. Deal 19 damage to the... Apply 1 push to all units in adjacent cells. So I'm guessing I don't know if the 19 damage is all. I'm presuming the 19 damage is to just the target I'm shooting for. I'm gonna go with that. Just because. And let's take a look here. I've got 2 talent points I can use. I'm not worried about those. Let's see, extra hit points. Let's see if it comes back. Sorry. Intel. Strength. Fate. I could do this. Some extra dexterity. Those are armor proficiencies. Dual wield. Fire resist. Cold resist. Get a recovered hit point every round. Adds up over time if you don't get hit. Poison resist. Lightning resist. Channeling. Chain 1 card. That's nice too. I think I'm going to do this with him. So unlock that talent. Do I want to master that talent, or do I want to do... I think I'm going to go with this also. So what about you? So I'm tempted to basically have him do this and do that. So pretty much I'll take the health recoveries. Then you, do I want to do strength or dex? Because most of your attack cards, let me take a look. Most of your attack cards are strength. This is not take advantage of the bonuses. This here slash. Slash is strength. Let's go ahead and we'll use strength. So strength is this one here, and then we'll also do this one here as well. All right. So that that passive healing, I think is going to be beneficial. Let me just do an equipment check here. See. Go ahead. Mark that as junk. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see here. Right. So, I'm gonna grab me something to drink real quick, and then we will continue on. So, be right back. Alrighty, go ahead, press forward with some of these nodes while we have some time. Close combat, huh? Deals 4 more damage if you are in the front row. So, I'm gonna want to take him out. Alright, so what do we got here? 4. Oh, damn. He's gonna hurt you. That kind of sucks. So even if I move, if I move him up here, these two won't be able to do anything. Jesus, that guy there is gonna, man, they're gonna pound me. So he doesn't have the good guard right now, and phew. Okay, so we're gonna move him up here. These two won't do anything. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply vulnerability to him. I'm not gonna do this. Well, you know what? I'll do this to get the blades in my hand so they can cycle through at least. Can't use them, but they won't. They should go into discard, not expend. So we'll see here what happens. Okay, cool. They wanted to discard. Prime. We're gonna focus him as much as we can, because he's the one that's gonna do the most damage, and he's splitting his attacks. So hit him for to make him more. Add some vulnerability to him, and go ahead and hit him for that. And unfortunately, attack of opportunities wasted here, but Blade Fury, that's good. I need to save 1 attack for that. I'm gonna do this, hopefully get attack of opportunity. Didn't. That's okay. So we'll go ahead and, well, he's gonna die on this. So go ahead and kill him. So now this is 4 by 1. So I did 2 attacks. So this is going to do like 12 or 4 by 3. Yeah. So let's go ahead and hit him. That'll kill him. All right. Oh no, it didn't kill him. Four. Oh, okay. He's going to just do 4 damage. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so we're good here. A hell of a lot better than what it could have been. I'll let them get crit, so they'll do a little extra damage on the next turn. Now, how did you cast crit twice? I'm not sure about that one. I didn't notice. Do you have 2 growls in your hand? No. So I'm not 100% sure on that. Alright, so we got magic missiles, magic sword. Go ahead and do this. Give me, come on, give me, no, you didn't give it to me. Go ahead and get the mana charge. Because what we'll do is we'll do 2 magic missiles and then we'll do a mana charge. So we will magic missile you. Kill you. And then we'll magic missile you. Let me see what you guys have. Far shot, so you can hit the bottom row. Explosive hit. I haven't messed with that, so we may try that. Just to see what it does. Oh shit. You got double. See, this is when I need that, well, that would be an overkill. But I'm gonna have 5 free attacks here. Yeah, so these 2 guys are gonna die. Yeah, because so whose turn is it? My turn. I'm tempted to move, but if I move here, he becomes susceptible to this guy here, who can do 6. And so I'm not going to move him. We'll go ahead and magic missile this guy here. I mean, the warrior, actually, you know what? The warrior may move. I may just do that. You know what? So this is what we're going to do. Go ahead and hit him. We're going to have you. We're going to try this, see what happens. Oh, so it does do 19. Okay, so do that. That works. Good. Oh, yeah, that's a quick shot. Where's the quick shot going? Okay. Because the quick shot's random, so. Alright, so now for you, you're gonna move. And then you're gonna pop this guy, and you're gonna pop this guy, and then you're gonna just obliterate the battlefield. Oh, didn't quite kill them all. So close. Really? Did you really want to step into my face? Eat magic missiles. Nicely done, guys. Nicely done. Took a little bit of damage there. That's not bad. Alright, so we got 2 levels, or 2 people leveled here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the master on that offensive. Because 3 attacks plus blade fury. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and master this guy here. And then next mastery will be for the blade fury. As so we're gonna basically work our way to this here. So essentially, let me just check here. So we're going to basically go 1, 2. It's going to take 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. We may get this also. We'll save it for later, but we're going to work our way up to this. So we can get Blade Fury mastered, which does extra damage. For the wizard, let's see. Okay, so now we're going to get our tier 3 conjure. Let's see what we get here. Survey says avert, 2 averts. That's not bad. That's also a good one. You know, if my allies don't have an attack to do, exhaust all magic swords in hand. Let's see now. What's the mastered version of this? Okay, 2 channel. And the mastered version of this is cheaper. Oh, that's channeled. That's why. And then the mastered version of this, I'm gonna go with the conduit. Not exactly what I was hoping to get, but I was hoping for something better. But that'll do. All right. Let's see. I got. So this here gives me the quick shot. This here gives me a far shot. They're both common. So, like, do you want? That's a random anywhere on the battlefield for 5. You know what? Let's go ahead and take this. Okay. Go ahead and mark it as junk. We'll get rid of it. Oh, I still have. Oh, you know, I do have this to use still. Is there anyone who I want to? I could use that on him to start moving him. Let me see here. What level are each of you? You're 8. You're 8. You're 6. I could use it on him. See, you give me this sentry crap. I don't want the sentry crap. See, this is a terrible node to unlock for me because I don't want any of it. I could use the skill book on him to get him up a higher level, but this here I don't want. That's sentry based. I want this. I could use it on this guy here to get him another conjuration. That's conjuration 2. So have I identified any 2? Multi-missile, yeah, but only one of these will, no, actually, can you have, it's, okay, no, the passives, only one of them, so if you have multiple of a passive, it only applies once, but triggers, such as this, can apply multiple times, so that's a possibility there. And then let me just, or for him, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna give it to him, because there is some stuff in here that I haven't, that's still covered up, that I may get lucky and draw. Because there's no mastery, so I'm trying to work my way this way. Well, yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. So you go ahead and use that. Level you up. Go ahead and get this. Let's see what we get. Okay. Wasn't expecting energy tap. If you have at least, oh, if you have at least 2 channel, gain 1 AP each time a magic missile is played. So I think we'll go with this. Just it's not gonna hurt. All right. Equipment wise. Oh no, I don't hide junk. So you're junk and you're junk, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna come back to that last. Let's go here now. How's my health? Health is, I'm okay. If my warrior gets 50%, then I'll go back and get healing. Okay, so we got multi-missile. Really don't have much a good option here, really. He's going to attack twice for 15. So Soul Tether. Okay, so yeah, that's his thing there. So we want to focus him down. Triple shot, bar shot. So we can, I think. Well, we're gonna see what happens here. We're gonna do everything we can to take him down. So unfortunately, I really don't have too many good attack cards here. So I'm gonna do a mana charge, a move, and then how many attack cards do you have? There's a 50% shot of this. Now this here will do cleave. So if I move here, he's going to change his attack to do a cleave. So if anything, I'll move back here. Let me see what attacks these guys have. Strike, strike, and okay. So this guy here can't do nothing. So if I move him back here, I mean they still may change their attack against him, but I want to move him down also. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to move him back here. I hope. Yeah. I'm going to do a mana charge. Give me some mana, or give me some charges. And we're going to go ahead and burn on you. And, well, I got one of the 2 cards that are burn. And I figured they were going to do that. Alright, so now you go ahead and prime up everything you can. So just go ahead and shoot him as much as you can, and then warrior's gonna come down here. We're gonna do the keen strike first to see what we get. Soul tether. Okay, well, you know what? We'll do that. Go ahead and do the prep. He's going to take damage, unfortunately, but we're going to take this guy out. So, Warrior's going to take 12 points of damage, unfortunately. But you know what? It's better than the damage that was going to happen on the battlefield previously. We will be going back to town after this and healing now, though. Alright. Now let's see if we get a lucky draw. And fortunately, I'm not getting... I need my magic missiles. Okay, well, none of them are back row, so... Go ahead and... see, because all of them are only drawn 2 cards. So... Whoever I throw this to is going to get burned. So go ahead and just hit you with a burn. Okay, I don't need the barrier. I could do this, I guess. So I'm at full channeling for what it's worth. You really don't have much. So we'll go ahead and do guard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll do that then. Hit him. Break his guard. And we'll leave it as that, I think. However, we could tumble back here. Yeah, you know, we're gonna tumble back just because. Yeah, you don't need the soul tether. Reason being, if he gets attack of opportunity next round, yeah, I kind of, this is where I kind of wish I had the whatchamacallit spell, but you're just on a shift, so we're going to do attack on you, Blade Fury on you for 4. OP. Should have Blade Fury you. Oh well. Well, you killed yourself, so. Alright, so. Okay, so he did get attack of opportunity, which is good. So we're gonna do this. Magic sword on you. You'll attack. Magic sword on you. Ice Nova on you. And that's all they wrote. Right, so Ranger moves up. Don't really need it. So I will go ahead and mark that as trash. Go ahead and do that real quick. Gonna get this guy leveled up. Again, I don't want any of this crap. I mean, the only thing I really want perhaps are the masteries. So it's gonna basically be this path or this path. Actually, no, this path. So tying it up here is basically really my only option. We'll go here and I guess we're gonna be taking a bonus talent point. Because there's nothing else, you know, that I want here. So go ahead and do that. And let me see, does that allow you anything good? Go for the extra dex, I guess. Alright, so extra dex, extra initiative. Alright, so we're gonna go back to town because my warrior needs healing. So I'm not gonna do that. Let's do this. So do this. All right, and so that's actually where we're gonna call it for today. On this, we will go ahead and continue this again tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and swap games here. So we will be back in a few minutes on a different game.